Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving into the fascinating story of one very special coin, the 1999 New Jersey State Quarter. At first glance, it might look like just another 25-cent piece. But hidden within this little silver-colored circle is a story of history, art, American pride, and, for some lucky collectors, a small fortune. Let's get into it. In 1999, the United States Mint launched something extraordinary, the 50 State Quarters program. It was the beginning of a bold project that would honor each U.S. state with its own unique quarter design, released over the course of 10 years. The first few coins in the series, including the New Jersey Quarter, were minted in massive quantities. Millions of Americans collected them in books, jars, and folders. Kids, grandparents, and serious collectors alike were swept up in the excitement. The New Jersey State Quarter was the third coin released in the series and commemorates a turning point in American history. George Washington crossing the Delaware River in 1776, a symbol of courage, leadership, in the fight for independence. The image is iconic. General Washington stands at the bow of a small boat, leading a determined group of soldiers through icy waters, a moment that changed the course of the Revolutionary War. Now, this design was praised not only for its historical importance but also for its bold artistic execution. But while millions of these quarters were minted and circulated across the nation, not all New Jersey quarters were created equal. You see, for most people, this coin is worth just 25 cents. Maybe it holds a little sentimental value or completes a collection. But to serious collectors and numismatists, those who study and collect coins, some versions of this coin are worth much, much more. Why? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and, most exciting of all, minting errors. Let's talk about those errors first. Some 1999 New Jersey quarters were struck with mistakes that slipped through quality control at the U.S. Mint. These errors make the coins incredibly valuable because they are so rare. There are several types of errors to look out for. First, off-center strikes. This happens when the coin isn't aligned correctly during the minting process, and part of the design is missing or shifted. If the strike is more than 10% off-center, and especially if the date is still visible, it becomes a real prize. Next, double die errors. These are caused when the coin is struck more than once with a slightly misaligned die, leading to a doubling effect on the letters or images. A New Jersey quarter with visible doubling on the words "Crossroads of the Revolution" or the year 1999 is a rare and valuable find. And then there's the missing clad layer error. U.S. quarters are made with a copper core and a nickel outer layer. In some rare cases, that outer layer is missing, and the coin appears dull, red-toned, and lightweight. If your New Jersey quarter looks different in color or texture, you might be looking at something very special. But even without these errors, the condition of the coin can dramatically affect its value. A coin in uncirculated or mint state condition, meaning it has no scratches, no wear, and still has its original shine, can fetch serious attention from collectors. Coins that are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC and receive a grade of MS 68 or higher are especially rare. And now you're probably wondering, how much can one of these rare 1999 New Jersey quarters be worth? Let's build the picture. Imagine you come across a coin in your old collection or receive one in your change from the coffee shop. It looks ordinary, but upon closer inspection, it has a clear mint error. Maybe it's struck off center, or maybe the details are doubled. And it's in almost perfect condition. What you're holding could be a once-in-a-lifetime find. Because one such quarter, a 1999 New Jersey State Quarter with an ultra-rare error and near-perfect condition, has sold for as much as $80,000. Yes, you heard that right, $80,000. For a single quarter. It's truly amazing how a coin that was once just pocket change could become a collector's dream worth tens of thousands of dollars. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. You never know when a common coin might reveal itself as a hidden treasure. So, what should you do next? Start checking your change. Go through that coin jar you've been ignoring. Take a second look at your childhood coin collection. Because somewhere out there, a rare and valuable 1999 New Jersey quarter is waiting to be found, and it just might be in your hands already. Top 2, we're going deep into the wild beauty of America's heartland with the 2017 Ozark National Scenic Riverways quarter from Missouri. It's more than just a beautiful coin. It's a piece of history, a tribute to nature, and, for some lucky collectors, a ticket to a serious payday. So grab your magnifying glass, get comfortable, and let's explore the secrets behind this unique quarter that has collectors buzzing. Back in 2010, the U.S. Mint launched a series called America the Beautiful Quarters, highlighting national parks and historic sites across all 50 states, plus D.C. and the territories. In 2017, as part of this celebrated program, they released the Missouri Quarter honoring the Ozark National Scenic Riverways, a protected area known for its clear waters, majestic bluffs, and stunning caves. Now, let's talk about the design for a moment, because this one is truly something special. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a breathtaking image of Alley Mill, a historic red mill sitting beside the rushing waters of Alley Spring. This mill is a beloved symbol of the Ozarks, capturing a moment frozen in time. The details on this coin are exquisite: the texture of the trees, the gentle movement of the water, and the sturdy presence of the old mill all come to life in stunning relief. But while the beauty of this quarter is undeniable, what makes it worth serious money is what lies beneath the surface: rare minting errors, limited pristine condition examples, and collector demand that continues to grow. Let's start with the most thrilling part: minting errors. You see, not all coins are struck perfectly. Occasionally, during the high-speed minting process, something goes wrong, and that's when the magic happens for collectors. One of the rarest and most valuable errors on the 2017 Ozark quarter is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank isn't properly aligned with the dies, causing part of the design to be shifted or missing entirely. These coins are instantly noticeable and highly collectible, especially when the date and lettering are still visible despite the error. Another major error type that makes collectors' eyes light up is the double die error, when the coin's design is struck more than once with slight misalignment, causing a visible doubling effect on the letters or images. If you spot doubling on words like Missouri, Ozark, or even in the intricate design of the mill itself, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than face value. Let's not forget the clad layer errors, where one side of the coin is missing its outer layer, revealing the copper core beneath. These mistakes are extremely rare, and when found on specific state or park quarters, their value skyrockets. Now here's something collectors know all too well: condition is everything. A 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter that has been circulated, scratched, or worn down will likely only be worth its face value. But if you have a coin in uncirculated or mint state condition, with no signs of wear and full original luster, you're entering the realm of premium value. Coins graded MS67, MS68, or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are particularly rare, and when paired with one of the error types we just talked about, well, that's when things start to get exciting. In fact, collectors and auction houses have confirmed that the combination of a rare error and perfect condition on this quarter has resulted in jaw-dropping sales. Now, you've been patient, and the moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Just how much can one of these 2017 Ozark National Scenic Riverways quarters be worth? If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare coins, especially with a visible mint error and preserved in top-tier condition, your quarter could be worth as much as $78,000. Yes, you heard that right. $78,000. All for a coin that could easily be hiding in your pocket change or tucked away in an old JAR.SO. What should you do now? It's simple. Start searching. Dig through your coin collection. Take a second look at those quarters lying around. Pay attention to the fine details. And most importantly, never underestimate the power of a coin's story, condition, and errors. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It's part mystery, part history, and part treasure hunt. Top 3, we're talking about the Ohio State Quarter, released in the year 2002. And while millions were minted and circulated across the country, there are some versions of this coin that are so rare, so exceptional, they've been valued in the tens of thousands of dollars. So sit tight, because you're about to learn why this particular quarter has become such a prized piece, and why you might want to check your change a little more carefully from now on. Let's start with the design. The Ohio quarter is one of the most symbolically rich coins in the entire 50-state quarters program. It pays tribute to Ohio's major contributions to aviation and space exploration. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see an early flight design, with the famous Wright Flyer, honoring the Wright brothers who were born in Ohio and gave the world its first powered flight. But it doesn't stop there. Floating above the Wright Flyer is the outline of an astronaut, symbolizing the state's pivotal role in human spaceflight. Did you know that Ohio is the birthplace of not just the Wright brothers, but also Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, and John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth? That's right. This coin connects Earth and space, past and future, in a single, beautiful design. Beneath the imagery, the coin proudly reads, "Birthplace of Aviation Pioneers." Now, while the artwork is stunning and full of meaning, the real treasure lies in the rarity, condition, and errors. And that's where things get really exciting for collectors. Let's break it down. The 2002 Ohio quarter was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and also in proof form in San Francisco. While regular circulated coins are common, it's the ones with rare minting errors and exceptional preservation that send collectors into a frenzy. One of the most coveted errors is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the die, resulting in a doubling of the letters or images. Imagine the word Ohio or the fine details of the astronaut's helmet appearing twice, slightly offset. If you have that, you've struck numismatic gold. Then there are the off-center strikes. If the coin was misaligned during minting, it might have part of the design missing or pushed to one side. These are eye-catching and highly sought after, especially when the date and state name are still visible. And let's not forget the clad layer missing error, which occurs when one side of the coin is missing its nickel coating, exposing the copper underneath. This gives the coin a distinct reddish tone and makes it incredibly rare. Collectors also go wild for quarters that are in mint state condition. That means absolutely no wear, no scratches, no blemishes. A coin in MS-67, MS-68, or higher, graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, can be worth exponentially more than a circulated one. Now here's where things get really interesting. Some 2002 Ohio quarters have surfaced that combine these features: rare errors, flawless condition, and historic appeal. These coins are the holy grail for collectors. Why? Because not only are they part of one of the most beloved U.S. mint programs, but their unique errors make them one-of-a-kind pieces that simply can't be found every day. When these rare versions show up at coin shows or auctions, they attract serious attention. And even more serious money. So now, the question you've been waiting for: how much can a 2002 Ohio State quarter actually be worth if it has one of these rare errors and is in near-perfect condition? Get ready for this, because one of these rare coins, an Ohio State quarter with a visible error and exceptional grading, has been valued at an incredible $76,000. Yes, you heard me right, $76,000. For a single quarter. It's an amazing reminder that sometimes, hidden among the loose change in your pocket or that old coin jar in the attic, could be a life-changing find. So what should you do next? Start checking your coins. Examine the ones in your drawers, your wallets, your collections. Look closely for doubling in the text, off-center designs, or strange colors or textures. And if you think you've found something unusual, get it professionally graded. You could be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. That's the thrill of coin collecting. It's part history, part art, and part treasure hunt. And best of all, anyone can get started, no matter where they are. Top 4. We're taking a journey to the American Southwest to explore one of the most striking coins in the entire State Quarters series, the 2008 Arizona State Quarter. Now, you might have one of these coins lying around right now. It could be in your wallet, in a jar at home, or buried at the bottom of your car's cup holder. But before you toss it into a vending machine or forget about it, listen closely, because a small number of these quarters are not just beautiful, they're extremely valuable. In fact, one rare version of the 2008 Arizona quarter has been valued at an incredible amount. But before we reveal just how much, let's dig into why this coin is so special and why it has collectors everywhere searching high and low. Let's start with the design, because it's one of the most breathtaking in the entire 50-state quarters collection. Released in 2008, the Arizona quarter pays tribute to the natural beauty and cultural heritage of the Grand Canyon State. The reverse side features the majestic Grand Canyon, stretching across the background in bold, intricate detail. In the foreground, we see a beautiful saguaro cactus, towering tall, something that's instantly recognizable as a symbol of the desert Southwest. What's interesting is that you'd never actually see a saguaro cactus inside the Grand Canyon. It doesn't grow there, but the design brings together two of Arizona's most iconic features in a powerful, symbolic image. Above the scene is a flowing banner that reads, "Grand Canyon State." It's a coin that tells a story, a story of nature, resilience, and rugged American beauty. But now let's move beyond the artwork and into the world of collectors, where condition, rarity, and minting errors can turn an ordinary coin into something truly extraordinary. Like all state quarters, the 2008 Arizona quarter was minted in large numbers. Over 500 million coins were produced between the Philadelphia P and Denver deep mints. That means the average circulated Arizona quarter is easy to find and worth just 25 cents. But, and this is where it gets exciting, a very small number of these coins have rare mint errors and features that make them worth thousands of times more. Let's break down the types of rare errors that make this coin a collector's dream. First, there's the extra cactus leaf error. This is one of the most well-known mistakes on the Arizona quarter. Some versions have an extra leaf near the bottom of the saguaro cactus that was not part of the original design. It almost looks like an additional cactus arm, but it's the result of a die break or die chip. This subtle mistake, easily missed by the casual observer, is one of the reasons collectors scramble to inspect every Arizona quarter they find. Next, we have the classic double die errors. These occur when a coin is struck more than once by a misaligned die, resulting in a shadowed or doubled appearance on the text or design. If you spot doubling on words like Arizona, Grand Canyon State, or even in the fine lines of the canyon itself, you may be looking at a highly valuable coin. Then there's the off-center strike error. These quarters are misaligned during the minting process, which causes the image or lettering to be shifted to one side. A severe off-center strike, especially if the date is still visible, can be incredibly valuable. And let's not forget about missing clad layer errors, where one side of the coin is missing its nickel outer coating, revealing the copper core beneath. This gives the coin a distinctive reddish tone and makes it extremely rare, especially when combined with other errors. But here's something all serious collectors know. Even without errors, condition matters. If your Arizona quarter is in pristine, uncirculated condition, free from scratches, dings, and wear, it could be worth far more than face value. Coins that are graded MS-67, MS-68, or even higher by professional grading companies like NGC or PCGS are especially rare, and they're highly sought after. Now, imagine this. You're going through a roll of quarters or searching through your old coin collection. You spot an Arizona quarter that looks just a bit different. Maybe it has that extra cactus leaf. Maybe the details are doubled, or maybe it's in mint condition with an eye-catching shine. You decide to have it graded and authenticated. It turns out you're holding something truly rare, a coin that has both a striking error and an outstanding condition grade. And that's when you learn the shocking truth. This one small coin, worth just 25 cents to most people, could sell at auction or to a private collector for $74,000. Yes, you heard me right. $74,000 for a quarter. This is what makes the world of coin collecting so exciting. It's like a treasure hunt, but the treasure is hidden in plain sight, right in your change, your drawer, or your forgotten coin. JAR.SO. What should you do now? Start searching. Get a magnifying glass. Take a close look at your Arizona quarters. Look for that extra cactus leaf. Look for signs of doubling. Look for anything unusual. And if you think you found something, get it professionally evaluated. You might just be holding the next great discovery. Top 5. We're about to shine the spotlight on a seemingly ordinary coin, the 2005 West Virginia State Quarter. It's one of the more quietly celebrated coins in the 50 State Quarters series, but for those who know what to look for, it could turn out to be an absolute treasure. Yes, that 25-cent piece you've passed over 1,000 times could actually be worth tens of thousands, but only if you know what to look for. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin so valuable and how one special version sold for a jaw-dropping amount. Let's start with the story behind the coin. The 2005 West Virginia quarter was part of the famous 50 State Quarters program launched by the U.S. Mint between 1999 and 2008. Each quarter in this series celebrated a different U.S. state with a design that reflects its history, culture, or natural beauty. For West Virginia, the U.S. Mint chose a symbol of both engineering brilliance and natural wonder. The New River Gorge Bridge. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a beautifully engraved image of the bridge stretching over the gorge, framed by rolling hills and forest. Below it, the coin reads New River Gorge, a tribute to one of the most iconic landmarks in the state. The New River Gorge Bridge, completed in 1977, is not only one of the longest single-span arch bridges in the Western Hemisphere. It's also a stunning example of American craftsmanship surrounded by breathtaking scenery. Every year, Thousands of visitors come to marvel at this bridge, and now this image is immortalized on a coin. But as incredible as the design is, that's just the beginning of what makes this quarter special. Let's talk about what makes the 2005 West Virginia quarter so valuable. Because not every quarter is worth just 25 cents. Millions of these coins were minted at the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints. And while most were used in everyday circulation, a small number came out with rare errors. Mistakes made during the high-speed coin production process that collectors absolutely go crazy for. One of the most sought-after errors on the West Virginia quarter is the double die error. This happens when a coin is struck more than once with a misaligned die, causing the text or design to appear doubled. If you see signs of doubling in the words West Virginia, New River Gorge, or even the year 2005, that's a big red flag in a very good way. Another rare and valuable error is the off-center strike. That's when the coin blank isn't properly aligned inside the press, resulting in a portion of the design being cut off or shifted. If you find a West Virginia quarter with an off-center strike, especially one where the date is still visible, you could be holding something truly rare. There's also the clad layer missing error. Quarters are made with a copper core and a nickel outer layer. But in some cases, one side of the coin is missing that outer layer, revealing a red or brown coppery surface. These coins are extremely rare and always turn heads in the collector community. But here's something you must remember. Even without an error, a West Virginia quarter can still be worth big money if it's in mint state condition. Coins that have never been used, show zero wear, and retain their original luster are graded on a scale called the mint state MS scale. Coins that score MS 67, MS 68, or even higher are extremely hard to come by, especially from circulation. Combine that with an error, and you've got a jackpot. Now imagine this scenario. You're going through a jar of old coins or maybe flipping through a roll of quarters from the bank. You find a 2005 West Virginia quarter. Something about it looks different. Maybe the letters are slightly doubled, maybe the image is slightly off-center, or maybe it's just incredibly sharp and shiny, like it was never touched. You get it checked by a professional grader. The results come back, and it's a rare error. And not only that, it's in mint state condition. And then you hear the number, that little piece of metal you almost overlooked. That simple 25-cent coin. It's worth $72,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $72,000. That's the power of knowledge. That's the thrill of coin collecting. That's why this hobby isn't just about coins. It's about stories, surprises, and sometimes life-changing finds. So what should you do right now? Go check your coins. Go through your old collection. Look closely at your 2005 West Virginia quarters. Use a magnifying glass. Check the design, the text, the edges. If anything looks unusual, don't ignore it. Have it looked at by a professional. Get it graded. Because you might be sitting on a hidden treasure and not even know it.
And if you are new to the channel, make sure to like, share and subscribe to our channel to get more information in future about rare coins.